This backpack looks like it's floating behind my bike. This is a revolutionary design from Easicyco and is the first backpack that attaches to a bike without a rack. Goodbye, rack. Now, Easicyco calls this a rack-free on-bike cycling backpack, but I prefer floating backpack. It just sounds better. Anyways, if you don't like to be bogged down to have all that weight on your back, this is something you need to see. Okay, so let me show you how they did it. First, they just took a normal backpack, but they added this compartment at the very bottom. Once you unzip it, you add this piece, and this piece here is the crux of this design. Because after you put it in, zip it shut, and then open up this pocket on the other side, this little arm comes shooting out. And that arm attaches to this gear. Well, at least half of it anyways. The first part of it are two buckles that attach just underneath the saddle. The mount for the arm is pretty simple to add. Just two pieces that you wrap around the seat post, add 4 screws, and there you go. And now that we have the hardware mounted, all you gotta do is just slide the pack on. And then on the backpack, you have 2 buckles that just go into the 2 that you set underneath the saddle. So you have a mounting point here and here. And then there's another strap that wraps around the bag if you got a lot of stuff in there, just to keep it more secure. But what I found, just riding this around my neighborhood, is that you really don't need it. I was actually very impressed with how secure that felt. Now, when you reached your destination, and it's time to go into work, you just unbuckle. And then there's a little lever down here by the arm that you just push that down and that slides out. And you just push this lever in here and that slides in. You can zip it up, put it on your back and wait for it, head off to work. It's literally how I walk into work. I actually like this backpack. It feels nice, it looks cool, it's black. I like black packs. Got pads on the straps, pads all the way down the back. It's also water resistant, and there's a lot of compartments, which I'm gonna show you now. All right, bike, you're done for now. Well, first in the front, you can unbuckle here, zip each side down, and you have this open pocket. Got mesh on each side, but that's gonna allow you to put, I don't know, let's say a helmet. Like that. Perfect size. On the side, on the very bottom, there's a small pocket. It's not very big, but it does go deep. And I like these zippers. They are water resistant zippers and look pretty durable actually. Then you have an open pocket for like an Nalgene, a water bottle. On the other side, you have the same thing. Small pocket down below and open one up top. Next is the largest compartment. And in here, I already have my drone case and I have a little bag because I was just looking to throw some stuff in there. But you can put a lot more in there. You also have a bunch of zippers and pockets and stuff in there as well too. This one zips open, goes pretty deep. Got some open envelopes. On the other side, you have another zipper pocket, and that one is mesh. And then the last one is your laptop compartment. This is Velcro. And then this is all padded and feels pretty nice. Even has a picture of a computer right there, so you know. There's another Velcro sleeve on the other side. And then on the bottom, you have some grip stuff here. So when you set it down, it's not gonna slip and do stuff. I don't know why they put that there. I just think it looks cool, but there's gotta be some point or reason to it. And then it also has a carrying handle. There's one thing I wanna talk about that will save you some frustration in the future. If you decide to pick one of these up, let me pull out the arm again. If you don't move the seat forward along these 2 rails, if you got a lot of stuff in your bag, when you're trying to connect it, it's gonna block. You won't be able to get that in there. So it's an easy fix. All you have to do is just loosen up this screw down here. Once loose, you can then just move the saddle all the way forward and then tighten this back up. And now when you try to put this on, it's going to be a lot easier. There we go. Still a little bit tricky if you got a lot of stuff in here, but definitely a lot better than it was when it was all the way back. Okay, last couple things that I need to tell you is first, you have this cool slap bracelet. Ha! It's reflective, and so when you're out there biking in the dark, people are gonna see you. And then you have this rain cover. It goes over the backpack, pretty easy, and there you go. So if you live in an area, unlike where I live, where it's a desert, and it actually rains, you got this little backpack poncho. I call it a backjo or a packjo. That didn't work. All right, so there you go. That is the rack-free floating backpack. That's a pretty cool design. I like that. It looks good, easy to put on, easy to take off. A for cleverness. I would say C for cleverness, but that doesn't really work. If you want to check it out, I've got the link in the description. And as always, guys, I appreciate you hopping on here and checking out my videos. And I'll see you on the next one.